You gotta tell me this shit. Damn.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lovestruck.
Hey. How's it going, everybody?
I'm Anna Schobys. This is my husband, Michael.
Hey.
And yes, so hope everybody's been having a good week. So we didn't have an episode out last week because it was a very, very rough time for our family.
Yeah.
And we're going to kind of talk about it a little bit today.
We're going to kind of talk about that and kind of just share with y'all a little bit of experiences that we've had in this topic, because it's happened a few times in my life, and this is one of the first times that it's happened in Anna's life, and it never gets easier.
Time. Yeah, no, this was my first time. I mean, I told you growing up I had pets here and there, but my parents, whenever they were like on and off and stuff, just different situations, they would rehome them.
Right.
So I had never, ever experienced the loss of a pet like that,
Yeah.
And
No,
anyway,
it's definitely rough. But last week we had to unfortunately put our 3-year-old cat down. His name was Moonshine. I unfortunately only got to know him a year, but I will tell you one thing: that cat is the reason why I even like cats today. He was definitely very special in our lives, and
so lovable. Everybody loved him.
Yeah, he was great personality. He kind of treated you like you were a person and he was a person. He's like, he'd stay away if he wanted something, he'd come get it.
Super snuggly.
Oh yeah.
Super snuggly. I'd had him since he was 5 weeks old. I actually got him from a previous coworker. I worked, at a job I had. There was like a little Slack channel that was just all about the pets. And so people would share their pets like either daily or just like randomly around the holidays, just pictures of the pets and the kids or whatever, right? And then I see a post one day, and this coworker / friend of mine posted a picture of 3 kittens. 4. I think it was 4. Yes, it was 4. Because I remember it was 2 that looked like muffins, so tabbies, the brown tabbies.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a fully orange tabby.
Yeah.
And then there was Moonshine, who was white and orange.
White. Yeah.
Yes. And she was just like, free kittens. They were born in my barn. If anybody wants some, I'm in Kaufman, or wants one, I'm in Kaufman. And from the second I laid eyes on that cat, that was like, he stole my heart. Like, I knew that was my cat. He picked me. Like, he was looking right at the camera. He was the only kitten looking right at the camera. Super tiny little thing. Like, oh my God. He just stole my heart. And I was like, I have to have that cat. So I immediately reached out to her, and I'm like, because I think I saw it like a couple hours after she posted or something, right? So I was like, I reached out. I'm like, hey, is that white and orange one still available? And she's like, yeah, he's still here. And I was like, I'll be there. Like, I can't remember how quick it was. It was either the next day or like that weekend. Like, I just knew I had to have this cat.
Nothing.
Kitty sis.
I was just like 3 hours later.
Yes. So, oh my God. So yes, I drove out to Kaufman, picked this little tiny fluff ball up, and yeah, I mean, he cried the whole way home. He did not want to leave his mama, which makes sense. I mean, he was little.
Mama.
Or his siblings. I mean, I'm sure it was probably scary for him, obviously. But I was just loving on him, like, hey, it's okay, reassuring him. Get to my place. And my baby was with his dad that day or that weekend. And it was a surprise for him as well because, like, I had just about a month previous adopted my cat Muffin, who was supposed to be for my son too, but Muffin's kind of very, very shy and not really great with big, loud noises and sudden movements.
7-year-olds make a lot of big, loud noises.
At the time, he
movements.
was 3 or 4 too.
Okay, kids make a lot.
Yes, I mean, so yeah, that just like makes it, obviously he was even louder and like more erratic. He didn't really know how to, he never had a pet, so Muffin was terrified of him. So Muffin would mostly hide. He did come out and like snuggle sometimes, but like mostly very, very shy. And I wanted him to have a pet to play with, so I had gotten, Moonshine, and partly for him, but also for me. So I get to my place after picking him up, and he was completely covered in fleas, ticks, had ear mites. He had worms too, because I took him to the vet. So like he had to get like a dewormer, and like I like gave him a flea and tick bath. I put a collar on him. I got little drops for his ears, which he was not a big fan of, but I had to get him back to health. So just in pristine, health.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's solid condition.
Yeah. So I did that. And then Lino, oh my God, he absolutely loved him. I have pictures of them meeting there for the first time and video. It was just precious. So, yes, really, really loved my Moon. And I really thought that, we were going to have like 15, 20 years with him. That was always like, I knew I was going to have to go through, really? Muffin. I knew I was going to have to go through losing him, but I never imagined it was going to be this soon. Like,
yeah. It's,
oh my God. Yeah.
He was just kind of taken away from us a few days prior. He was perfectly fine. Wake up one day and he's...
Happened very quickly and suddenly, yeah.
Yeah, he's just kind of laying around, not eating, and yeah, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely sucks. I mean... Yeah, no, I wanted more time with him. I mean, I'm not a cat person at all. Like, before Anna, I told myself, like, nah, cats I'm just not going to have. Like, no, I'm okay. I've had bad experiences with a cat, and I was like, But having Moonshine and Muffin, of course, is our other cat, but Moonshine really kind of had the personality that I, like, kind of wanted in a cat, almost.
Mm-hmm.
To where he, like... If something was bugging you, like, he would do everything he could to get on your lap and just kind of comfort you for a while.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah. Huge lap cat / therapy cat.
Yes, he was...
He loved napping on your lap. Oh my God. And anytime we had guests over, anybody, no matter who it was, he'd go and greet and, like, purr and, like, love and, like, just wanted all the attention. And he knew no strangers. Yeah. He was a love bug. So he was just a perfect cat. There will never be another like him.
No.
I hope I find somebody similar. I mean, a similar kitty someday, maybe. But
somebody.
Baby, oh my God, stop! You know what I mean.
Yes, I know.
You're the best.
All you.
But yeah, baby, like, obviously you've been through something like this. Obviously, multiple times. I mean, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had my first dog, which was my brother's dog, but I was really close with it because I think he got Coco when he was in kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
And he's 8-9 years older than I am. So, yeah, she was around for a long time. She slept in my bed every single night. Like, if there was something we were doing, she was by my side. Like, she was absolutely amazing. And yeah, I was in 8th grade when she kind of got taken, and I mean, she was old. Doctors said she only had like a few weeks left anyway, but what happened, and yeah, no, I don't wish that upon anybody. Like, having your best friend just yeah, but I had her, I lost her. And then I had Little Bit. He was a toy poodle. He was so friendly.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. We used to take him on road trips with us, and my dad would be driving, and he would just pop up on my dad's shoulders and just, like, nap right behind his neck the entire way. Didn't matter where we were going. We can go to Florida, Indiana, Corpus Christi, or San Antonio. He was just kind of right there, but he had a lot of seizures, and he lived to be about, I think, 6, maybe 7. And one day seizures just kind of, it was too much. And yeah, that one was rough, really rough. And then my most recent one before Moonshine was Chevy. She was my husky healer, most beautiful, kind dog I'd ever had. She lived to be 12, 13 years old. Yeah, she lived to be about 12 or 13 years old, and man, she was smart. Like, I don't know if whoever had her prior, because we rescued her, like put her through some sort of training or whatever, but like never had an accident inside. She'd always come up and lay up next to you. Like, if something was bothering you, she knew, and she went out of her way to make sure everything was perfect for you in that moment. Like, yeah, perfect dog. I remember many nights just kind of having her in my room, just laying down on the floor, like just next to her, and she would just kind of plop out and just kind of lay out, head where mine was, and just like, oh, man, she was great. And I lost her about a year ago.
Oh, it's almost 2 years now. But yeah.
Oh, 2 years ago. Wow, time flies by.
It does. Yeah, no, and
Yeah.
I mean, I know you keep saying it never gets easier, which I can't imagine that, like.
Yeah, no.
I really can't. Like.
No, it doesn't.
I can talk about it, but it still really, really hurts, and I don't think that pain is ever going to go away.
It'll never go away. It won't. I mean, it does definitely become easier to talk about in a lot of different circumstances.
Yeah.
But it kind of, if I could take anything from all these experiences, it's taught me how to kind of not accept it for like me. Like, I'm not like, oh, okay, I'm gonna whatever. But no, just go through the grieving process, being able to like process myself healthily through like the grieving, the denial, like the anger, like it that's the only thing that I can say that I've ever gotten from that is just being able to kind of process those emotions on how I feel, because I'm someone who holds on to anger a lot. And I don't like being angry. It's one of the things I hate the most. I hate being angry. And
being angry makes me
angry. It does. Like, the second I realize I'm angry, I get more angry, and I'm like, this needs to stop.
Like, no.
like I stress out, and it's just not worth my time. Like, I'd rather have any other emotion other than anger. But
I get it.
I know sure. Whenever I lost my first dog was whenever I started to go through the issues that I went through as a kid. A lot of that kind of stuff was going on, and like, she was my rock through a lot of stuff. But whenever she was gone, I didn't have that rock anymore, and I was already angry then, but I got even angrier, and it was not fun at all. So with all like these losses and everything,
like family,
family,
fur families,
fur families, it's rough.
Or fur babies.
Fur babies, yeah. It's definitely rough on just how you just go on day to day, like.
Yeah, oh my God, I remember coming back that night, or like, early morning, or like just even now, I'm like, God, this place feels like kind of empty without him, and like I'll still think I see him out of the corner of an eye. Like, it's crazy. I don't know if I'll ever get used to it.
No, I mean, I still, whenever I'm upset with Evie, I'll still be like, Chev, Coco, like, I'll go through all their names.
Oh my God, me!
Like, it sucks every time whenever you do that and you realize they're not around. Like,
for sure. Oh man, yeah. I mean, it's hard. Unfortunately, our babies are not, meant to live, I guess, as long as we are. And actually, our son's bonus mom, she sent me something. I really liked the quote she said, because she saw that, because she was like checking in on us and stuff, which I thought was really nice. And she said she had seen this quote that said something like grieving. I'm trying to look for it. Sorry. Should have looked for it earlier. Okay. Okay. She said, I know they say time heals it, but honestly, I don't think that's true. I saw a picture that depicts that grief doesn't get smaller over time, but instead you grow around it, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
and like
no.
that's so true. Like,
yeah,
this pain is not going to diminish. It's not going to ever go away.
No, it's gonna suck.
But we kind of just grow, and like we go through this loss, and it makes us kind of reflect on things. It makes us kind of appreciate things more. It makes us like, just look back on the time that we did have, and you know,
it kind of redefines who you are, because that is now a part of you. You are different because of it. No matter how much you try not to be, you are different, because it does affect you. It changes you. It closes part of you off. Like, it sucks.
Yeah, it's part of life. Loss is a part of life, and we just
we just gotta kind of work around it and accept it, and the pain definitely gets easier to manage.
Yeah,
not
for sure.
Not like the more it happens. No, just the further you get away from it.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Last week I couldn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't in any capacity to do anything really.
No,
like I went through the motions because I had to, of like taking Lino to school and all that stuff, but I couldn't do much else. Like,
no.
And now we're recording and I'm doing stuff. Like, obviously
it's becoming easier.
A little easier to just manage, I guess. But
it's still a thought every single day. But it's not crippling. Yeah, you can't let it cripple you, because if that has a grip on you, it's
no, I mean, I gave myself that time, though. I didn't want to like just pretend like I was fine. I needed to feel what I was feeling. I needed to deal with it, just the way I needed to, which was it was a little crippling, I guess, for a couple of days. But then yes, you do have to kind of like realize, like, okay,
pick yourself back up, dust yourself off.
Yeah.
And learn that you never want that to happen again.
Baby, well, of course not, but we can't help that.
Fair.
But yes, you're right. You wish it would never happen to anybody. But
But yeah, so with all that being said, we are sorry that we didn't have an episode last week. We had every intention, but we want to be open and honest with y'all about what's going on with us, and that's sharing a lot of times good stuff, but sometimes it means sharing just something sad every once in a while, and
difficult stuff, and kind of talk about it, and like, obviously there's probably, obviously people that can relate. I'm sure people have experienced this too, and it's just like, the thing is, to me, like I said, at almost 30 years old, it's like I had never experienced that, and like finally I was like, so this is what they mean. Because I would see people, sharing about, from the time I was like younger and stuff, I would hear people talk about it, see it on, posts and stuff, and I'm like, I was always just like, I bet it's hard, but and oh my God, is it hard? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Shit. So like now I know what it's like, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like this is something very big, actually.
Yeah.
And it does change you, and it does force you to
just work around it, but also
learn how to cope.
Cope with it and adapt. But it also it allows you to kind of just take a step back and just look at everything around you, and just take a little bit of extra time each day and cherish what you have. Like I know, like with dogs that I've had and animals that I've had, it is animals now. Like there were times that I look back and I'm like, dang, like I could have loved on that one, and like I could have done that. But honestly, every time that I think about that, it makes me just do a little bit more with the ones that I do have. Like,
Yeah.
and that's not just animals, that's people too. Like, yeah, I don't, like, whenever I've lost animals, I'm not just like, all right, let me be more caring to animals. No, I'm like, let me be more caring and let me just open up to a few more people so that way, like, I can share that extra love that I do have because I don't want to ever say, man, like, what if?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, not fun topics. Not fun topics at all. And
surreal, raw.
yeah.
True
and
life.
It,
Real life.
yeah, it sucks. But
yes,
next week,
does.
we promise we're going to talk about some more fun stuff.
A lighter tone for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, a lighter.
Today was a little bit of a heavy one.
I don't have a lighter. No. I'll go a lighter tone.
You're cute. Yes.
But yes, don't forget to check in every Thursday to the Coffee Shop Diaries.
Thank you, baby.
Yes, Coffee
Yes.
Shop Diaries. Yes.
Yes.
She has just posted a video for this week. So go ahead and check that out over at Spotify and or YouTube, either or both, please.
Yes.
And then I know I was going to launch my Twitch live streaming account, but with kind of everything that's been going on, I decided to go ahead and push that out just a little bit further so that way I can just do it right and give it the right justice. I want to be able to give it my all and be able to give it that energy, and I'm not quite 100% there yet to be able to do that. So that'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks whenever I decide that it's time, but we're going to go ahead and start throwing those links in the description next episode of the YouTube videos for those that check in. We'll throw links to all of the profiles so that we can check them out along with all the social media. Yeah. But we just like to thank y'all, all that are watching, family and friends, and we will talk to y'all next week.
Yes.
All right.
See you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Keep things